Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is centered around focus. So we'll be doing poses that require concentration and focus and finding your zhishti, which is your focal point. So this practice can be a little difficult with the holding and all those kinds of things. So just remember to modify as you need to and listen to your body. So we'll come to a comfortable seated position, and we're going to bring our fingertips together. This is our focus mudra. Just resting your hands in your lap. And we'll just start with some breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Second, inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more, inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. And just come back to your natural breath. And if you want to keep your hands in this mudra, you can. We'll just start rotating our head to the right. Inhale back, exhale forward. Just do the same thing, move your head to the left. Bring your head back to a neutral position. Let's come up on hands and knees and get ready for some cat-cow. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Rotate the eyes of the elbows forward. Inhale, flip the tailbone upward. Lift the chin up, arch the spine. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under. Bring the chin down to the chest. So moving in and out of cat-cow at your own pace. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Big toes come together, knees out wide. Float your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. Feel free to keep your hips lifted to modify or bring something underneath your hips. And we'll melt down in between our knees. Let's let our forehead come down to the mat. Let that third eye meet the mat. Good. Begin to float your body back up. And then we will make our way into down dog. If you're not comfortable with down dog, keep your knees down and extend your arms out. Come to puppy pose. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. Lift the hips up and back. You can pedal your feet out if you like. Good. Bring your gaze up in between your hands. And walk your feet up. Inhale up to a half lift. Fingertips on the ground or hands on the shins. Neck in line with the spine. And fall down to forward fold. Go ahead and bring a nice juicy bend into your knees. And you can grab your elbows if you like. Let's roll up to a standing position. Good. Coming all the way up. And just bring your hands to heart center. So let's begin some of our balance poses with tree pose. So what you want to do is get nice and rooted in your right foot. So I'll face the front so you can see what I'm doing. Nice and rooted in our right foot. Nice and sturdy in the right foot. What we're going to do is leave our left toes on the ground as we let our left heel rest against our right ankle. This is option 1 for tree pose. Option 2, slide your foot up to your calf. Option 3, grab it, bring it all the way up to your thigh. Whichever one you choose, we're trying to avoid resting our foot on our knee because we don't want to put that kind of pressure on our knee. So whichever one of the 3 works for you, and then find your drishti, which is your focal point. Just an object to focus on, and that's going to help you balance. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, go ahead and step back with this left foot. We're going to bring the back foot either parallel with the back of our mat or at a 45-degree angle. Square your hips with the front of the room, bend into this front knee until it's aligned over your ankle, and then spread your arms out wide, come into warrior 2. Check the alignment of your arms here. Shoulders are relaxed. And then after you check the alignment of your arms, bring your gaze in front of your first 2 fingers. Okay, inhale. Exhale, begin to shift your weight forward as you square your hips with the front of the room. We're going to bring our hands down to heart center, and then we're going to bring our body parallel with the floor if you can. Back foot is flexed. Feel free to have a wall nearby or something nearby you can grab to help you balance. Inhale. Exhale, come down to a runner's lunge. And then we're going to move through a vinyasa, stepping back with your right foot. Come into plank, inhale. Exhale, lower for chaturanga. Inhale up, either cobra or up dog. Exhale, make your way back to down dog or puppy pose. Take some breaths. Get ready to do that on the other side. Bring your gaze up in between your hands. Walk your feet up. You can hop forward too if you like. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower down. Let's roll up to standing. This time, let's bring our arms with us as we inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll do that on the other side. So, get nice and rooted in our left foot this time. Right toe stay on the ground as right heel rests on left ankle. Slide it up to the calf or all the way up to the thigh. Find your drishti. Inhale. Exhale, step that right foot back. Back foot parallel with the back of your mat or a 45-degree angle. Left knee aligned over the left ankle. Arms come out wide as you come to warrior 2. Check alignment of those arms and then bring your gaze in front of the first 2 fingers. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Square your hips with the front of the room. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot. Coming down, parallel with the ground. Find your drishti here. Grab something for balance if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Come down to a runner's lunge. Step that left foot back and move through vinyasa. Good. And bring your gaze up in between your hands again. Starting to walk your feet up behind your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up to standing. Let's get rooted in our left foot. And we're going to bring our right knee up to a 90-degree angle. Hands are on the hips. Now feel free to stay here, or if you're feeling okay, you're feeling comfortable here, go ahead and extend that leg out in front. If you want even more than that, you can grab your big toe. Find your focal point again, find your drishti. Inhale. Exhale, release this foot and then bend at the knee, letting the foot bend behind you. Grabbing the foot with both hands, pull it in towards your hips. You can stay here. Again, if you need a wall to balance, that's totally fine. If you want, go ahead and bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Extend your left arm up to the sky, and then we're going to lower down towards the ground, coming to dancer pose. Maybe your body can come somewhat parallel with the ground, or you can be lifted up high. Inhale. Exhale, release, come to a lunge position. Step that left foot back. Mudra Vinyasa. Good, take a couple breaths. Gaze up in between the hands, start to walk your feet up again or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up to standing, inhale. Exhale, the hands heart center, and then just release them to your hips, hands to hips. Let's get rooted in our right foot. Left knee comes up, 90-degree angle. This might be just enough for you, and that's perfectly fine. Option 2, extend that foot out. Option 3, grab the big toe. Inhale, exhale, release. Bend the foot behind you. Still looking at your drishti, still keeping that focus so you can balance. Staying here or grabbing the inside of the left foot with the left hand. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Come down to dancer pose. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release. Come down to a runner's lunge. Step that right foot back. Uttara Vinyasa. You can always skip your vinyasa too if you need a break. Now from here, let's bring our feet about the width of our mat, toes facing forward. Walk your hands back and come down to Malasana squat. So you might be up high if your hips aren't quite open enough, trying to keep our heels flat, or you might be able to come down a little lower. And if you're okay with coming down lower and your heels come up off the ground, place a rolled up blanket or towel underneath your heels. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to bring those hands behind us and come around to a seated position. And then we'll roll down to our back. From here, bring your feet off the ground, your knees are at a 90-degree angle, and your arms are going to extend straight up. And if you can, try to make sure that lower back is flat. And we'll move into what's called dead bugs, which I like to do for focus, because you have to focus on using opposite arm and leg. So we're going to extend right arm back, left leg forward, and then come back up. Extend left arm back, right arm forward, keeping the right arm up in the sky, and then come back up. One more time each side. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. And let's move into a simple twist, just letting both knees fall to the right, left elbow in a cactus shape. Inhale. Exhale, knees to center. And let them fall to the left. Right elbow, cactus shape. Inhale. Exhale, knees come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, release. Now you can lay down in your Savasana, or if you like to, you can come to a seated position and use that focus mudra again. When I'm laying down for my Savasana, for this one, I would like to just place one hand over my heart and one hand on my belly. Feel free to do the same. And we will just come to some of those long, slow breaths like we used at the beginning of class. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And begin to bring your attention to your breath. Just focusing on how your body moves with each inhale and exhale. Notice how your breath feels cool as it enters your nostrils. And notice how it feels warm as it exits them. Notice how, as you inhale, your chest and your belly feel your hands. And notice how your chest and belly fall as you exhale. Notice where your breath begins and where your breath ends. Notice how relaxed you feel with each exhale. Just bringing as much of your attention to your breath as you possibly can. And as you're focusing on your breath, there may be distractions or thoughts. Don't judge those distractions or thoughts. Just let them pass through and focus back in on your breath. And on your next inhale, begin to bring subtle movements into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. When you're ready, you can roll over onto your right side and then gently make your way up to a seated position. Let's inhale our hands up with one final breath. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me for this focus-based practice. If you enjoyed this practice, feel free to leave a comment down below and also let me know what other videos you would like to see. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Peace and love.